Barև, Հայեր. My name's Dean and I'm from England.
Hello Dean, welcome to Armenia. As I know you're from England and it's the city's name is Dolish, right? It's a small town.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell us about that town?
Sure, it's a small town in the southwest. The county is Devon. It's a seaside town. Small population, 10,000 people.
Oh, okay.
I grew up there. It's a nice place to visit now, but it's not somewhere where I wanted to live.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm visiting this summer. Very excited. See my family, my friends, take my son to my hometown. It's going to be nice.
It's a touristic place, right? So
yeah.
People can go, have a good day there, journeys. What you mostly miss about your town?
About my town, not loads. I mean, I like the fresh air, sea air.
Yeah.
We have forests and things on the other side, so it's that fresh air, and also food and things I would buy and have as a child. So like certain brands of things, certain just things I can buy in the supermarket that I can't buy here.
Jim, can you tell us about the very first time that you've heard about Armenia? What were the feelings and how you've heard it, and how you even decided to move to Armenia? Can you tell us the story?
Sure. So the first time I've heard of Armenia was many years ago. I'm a football fan and I love Manchester United, and they obviously signed Mkhitaryan. So I knew of Armenia from him, famous football player. But when it came to the point where we were going to move here, I lived in Russia for a long time. My wife is Russian, and we left Russia when the war began pretty quickly. Kind of immediately after the war began. And our plan was to move to England. So we luckily we had the ability to go to Norway. My wife's mother lives in Norway, so we went to Norway for a couple of weeks, went to the UK, started to organize, our life and prepare for the applying for my wife's visa. And we found out that my wife could only apply for a visa from somewhere where she has residency. So at that time, it was only Russia. But we didn't want to go back to Russia. We didn't want her to go back to Russia. So we found out that she could get Armenian residency by transferring her business, opening it here. And we could then, in the future, apply from Armenia. So she came to Armenia, came to Yerevan for a month. So to, legal.
Before you?
Before me, this was in June or July of 2022. And she loved it here. She said, it's amazing, it's hot, the people are so nice, the food is great, it's amazing. And at the time, I had a job that I didn't love so much in England. My wife wasn't enjoying England. We were living with my parents because of the whole situation. We're on the move.
In a small house. Yeah,
the house was big enough for us, but it was just, we'd lived on our own for so many years that it wasn't ideal. And my wife couldn't shake this idea of Armenia, how great it was, how wonderful the weather was, just everything. So it got to a point where we just said, let's go to Armenia. I'm sure I'll find a job. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Why
so
not?
We came. My wife came in September 2022, and myself and my son, we came mid-October.
So she came first.
Yeah.
And I guess for her it's easier because mostly Armenians to speak Russian.
Yeah.
So she could communicate, she could start something, find friends, and that's easier. And for you as well, I can say, because nowadays, I can say mostly youth people can speak English, and it's great for you both. It works out. Yeah,
I've not had any issues really. I can speak a bit of Russian, so when there is a point where someone doesn't speak English,
you can
just do Russian.
Switch. Switching.
Exactly.
And can you tell us about the very first impression that you felt when you went to Armenia? You came and what was the...
Yeah, I can remember. So we arrived early in the morning, 4 a.m. or something. My son and myself had been traveling from England, so we flew to Turkey, I think, and then Turkey here. Yeah. And so the first impression was darkness and just like taxi home.
You were so tired.
Whatever. But the next day, we went out. We went to the Cascade. We went for a walk around, and I was blown away. The weather was so good. Like it was October. I left England to come to this wonderful weather. The Cascade was so impressive. The center was nice. I was kind of blown away.
As I know you're an English teacher, and I would like to know some about your services, what you're doing here, what you can tell about your job you're doing here.
Sure. So I work full-time at a company called Veeam, which is an IT company. I'm one of the in-house English teachers. There's a small team. We teach the customer support guys. It's all online. The company is kind of moving a little bit. People are relocating. So now my students are kind of scattered across Europe, which is quite fun. And apart from that, my wife and I, we run a online language school. It's called Master Lingua. We opened it in 2020, I want to say, 2020. And it's, ever growing, really great. We have a load of wonderful, incredible qualified teachers teaching loads of different languages, Japanese, French, Spanish,
so not only English.
No, not only English, the language
but you
center.
opened that company, I can say. And do you have any Armenian students or not?
I've had a couple in the past. I think my wife might have a couple as well. So people do sign up.
If you want to sign up, you can. I'm going to write the Instagram of the Instagram, so you can go follow and ask on the DM about the classes. To be honest, for me, British is a unique accent, so it feels like even singing when people are talking. Do you native speakers as well feel that, or for you it's used, so you're used to it?
No, I think some accents in the UK definitely do. I think the Welsh accent, I think the Scouse accent, the accent from Liverpool, certainly sounds like singing. They're always up and down with intonation. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I sound like I'm singing. I think.
For you, it's.
But no, I do agree. Some of the accents, the Welsh accent, the Scouse accent, some of them are up and down.
For example, I watched some Adele interviews.
So
some unique accent.
She's definitely unique. Her singing voice and her speaking accent are very, very different.
Can you tell us which cities you like in Armenia and what is the most favorite one?
Sure. I mean, like I said, I've traveled around quite a lot. We at the end of April we went to Jirmuk and Tatev. We drove there, so the drive was amazing through the mountains. We've been to Gumri, Dilijan. We've been around, but I would say Yerevan is my favorite. I think being here all the time, it being the biggest city, having the most things to do, gives it the edge.
But do you have any cities that you're planning to visit that you've never been to?
I want to go to Lori. Is it Lori? Just everywhere. I want to travel around. I want to see, all the places we can see.
What is the thing that amazed you in Armenia?
The biggest thing was kind of how safe it feels and how much like a community it feels. There are times when I'm in the playground with my son and I look around and I don't know whose mother, everyone is helping each other, giving toys, taking off the swing, like even giving bits of food or whatever. I think it's amazing that this kind of community, the way it feels like community. Count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Dean, in how many words would you like to describe Armenia?
I mean, the words I always use when I describe Armenia is warm, friendly, and safe.
So 3 words. Thank you. And for the final question, I can say, why would people attend to Armenia? Why would they come? And what is the most important stuff about Armenia that they would like to know?
Sure. I mean, like, I didn't know anything really about Armenia before coming here, honestly. But the things I love most of Armenia is the kind of nature. You're so close to it, even here in Yerevan. I mean, you have Ararat always, you know, over the horizon, and an hour away you can drive to be in the mountains and see the incredible nature. But I would say come, enjoy it, talk to the people. Embrace the life, and really enjoy